Hello, folks. Welcome back. I am John Najarian, and this is 3 at 3. If you'd already joined us earlier today for when Pete and I did the Rebel Edge, well, then you know I'm down here in Puerto Rico. And yes, we did get Hurricane Fiona. I was exceedingly lucky. I'm up here in San Juan, and this San Juan looks like we just got rain. No flooding or anything. But in the hills of this island, and the hills are huge because the hills are 4,200 feet above sea level, combination of tectonic plates and volcanoes created this island that they refer to as the continent of Puerto Rico. But the issue here is that those very tall mountains can at times repel some of these atmospheric events like hurricanes, and at other times, if they hit here just right, which apparently this one did, they can cause mass flooding because, as you might imagine, you put a bunch of rain 4,200 feet up a mountain and then let it run down that mountain, you've got a problem. And some of the disastrous things I've seen are bridges being washed out, cars floating away, and yeah, very scary stuff. But knock on wood, they have reopened the airport. We have power coming back on in specific areas. We have a generator here where I am in this building, but obviously not the entire island has generators, so they need the power back on to make repairs and to basically keep their food from spoiling, all the usual things. So anyway, with all that said, let's get started with 3 at 3. 3 at 3, unusual activity. Why should you care? Well, because we are following the biggest traders on earth that are placing big bets, leveraged bets to the bullish or to the bearish side. I'll give you some today, and I will disclose if I own these positions or not. We have found that following these big traders is extremely accurate as far as how often the direction that they're playing ends up playing out. But as always, you must exercise caution. You must understand options before you trade them. So, by the way, sign up for RebelCon and you can understand them better if you don't already. All right, Rebel's Edge, that's the show that Pete and I did at 1 p.m. Eastern time today. We do it Monday, Tuesdays, but not this Thursday because we'll both be at RebelCon. RebelCon is at Dallas, let's see, the Four Seasons. We're looking forward to that. I hope that those of you who are going to be there in person, like I said, planes are flying, so I should be able to get out and join you in person. But for those who can't get out, by all means, join us virtually. Thousands of you have already signed up for that, and I think thousands more will before we start on the 21st, just 2 days from now. Bang. All right. FCX. This is Freeport, of course. They are one of the biggest miners on earth, all sorts of things, not just gold and silver, but other metals and rare earths. So FCX, bullish call buying, stock's 30, and they're buying the November 35 calls. Why should you care? Well, because they're buying something that's like 12 or more % out of the money. So you should care about that. When they are buying things that far out of the money, they're anticipating a pretty big pop. So 7,000 options is 700,000 share equivalent. If you've not traded options, let me tell you, options, unless otherwise stated, are for 100 shares of stock. So a one lot of an option contract could control 100 shares of stock. So you just put 2 zeros on the back of this 7,000 and you get the idea that this is 700,000 share equivalent. Bang. There's my brother Pete and I enjoying a cigar for some of the trades that came through. His handle is at Pete Najarian and I am at John Najarian. And of course, we've got Official Market Rebellion and I encourage you to follow all of that. For our videos, 2,900 and growing videos on YouTube. We do them live and they stream live for free on the socials. We're also on Clicks TV as well as YouTube. And if you go to YouTube, search in that search bar up there, search for Market Rebellion, click on subscribe and maybe even on notifications, and every time there's a new one, you'll get it. Bang. All right, Kinross Gold, KGC, $3.50 option. Why would you buy that? Well, because they bought 20,000, that's 2 million share equivalent. 2 million shares, even of a $3.5 stock, is a $7 million trade. So somebody's betting that the miner gets a lot of love between now and December and pops $2 or through $4. So you've got two mining plays in a row. This one really exclusively on the gold side, and FCX kind of all over the board, but precious metals. Then tomorrow we also have a special webinar. The webinar will be how we trade unusual options in down markets. We have been trading them in up markets, in down markets, sideways markets. There's always a good trade out there somewhere, folks. I would encourage you to join us tomorrow if you can. It is free, as you see there, free. You just go to Market Rebellion and sign up. And even if you can't be there at 4 p.m. Eastern time live, guess what? We will bring it to you because we record each and every one of these. So we push them out to your email address that you registered with, no cost to you whatsoever, but a lot of great information. Check it out. All right, third and final is a repeat or a frequent flyer on unusual activity. These guys have nailed it to the upside, then to the downside. Now they're betting on another upside surge, ChargePoint. And yes, the surge pun is intended. ChargePoint is a charging station for EVs. 20,000 of these September 18 calls that expire this Friday. Note the 23 in front of September there. That is the 23rd of September, this Friday expiration. And you will see a lot of those September 18 calls under the volume side. A lot more than 20,000 even now. So somebody buys 2 million share equivalent of a $17 stock, $34 million trade. Yeah, I want to be right there following those guys. So I am back in ChargePoint, CHPT. Very short term though. So please listen closely. You need to be disciplined about cutting losses if there are losses. You need to be just as disciplined about taking profits. Some people get it screwed up. They cut their winners short and take losses, and make them bigger losses. Don't do either. Let your winners run as far as you can. Take half off. Let the rest run. If it's a loser, cut it right away. Don't sit there and say, well, it might come back tomorrow. Might come back tomorrow. Might isn't a strategy. Neither is hope. So if you follow us into these trades, be very aware that when we're talking about an option that only has 4 days to live, because this one expires on Friday, you need to be very nimble on taking your profits. Virtual RebelCon tickets are still on sale. You can go to marketrebellion.com/Dallas to learn more. That's marketrebellion.com/Dallas to learn more. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show today. I hope you enjoy all of our shows. And remember, we have those 2,900 plus videos over at YouTube. I think we just crossed the 29,000 subscriber mark over on YouTube. I would encourage you to become our next subscriber. It is completely free, and you'll see all of these videos supporting the very trades that we talk about on television as well as on our streaming shows. Check it out on YouTube. And if you can join us, go to marketrebellion.com/Dallas to join us virtually at the RebelCon 2022, Dallas, Texas, at the Four Seasons. Bang. I'll see you there, folks, but I'll be back here tomorrow first. Bang.